Breaking that down for us, we have more breaking news that we are following for you this noon. Raid at a South Florida mansion. This is a live look from Chopper 6 overhead. Now, the name I'm going to give you here is the person who lives there, and you might recognize his name, singer/rapper Sean Kingston, facing a lawsuit that's now sparking an investigation right here in our backyard. Our NBC6's Ari Otzer joins us live from Southwest Ranches, where we're learning more about what's going out there. Ari?
Yes, we certainly are, ladies. So Sean Kingston had some hits back in the day, starting in 2007, including one that he did with Justin Bieber, but now he's in big trouble. So he lives at this 15,000 square foot mansion here in Southwest Ranches. Take a look over there. You'll see a lot of BSO deputies. They are serving a search warrant at the house. And as we go to the right side of the house, you can see a fleet of luxury cars in the front, a Mercedes, a Bentley, a Ferrari, and more. And according to an attorney who filed a lawsuit against Kingston, he has a history of never paying for his things, which is why BSO came knocking today.
He likes having bling. He likes showing off. He's a showman. My client has a $150,000 television sound system that's in there. There's also about $1 million worth of watches that are in there. There's an $80,000 custom bed that was ordered. This is an organized, systematic fraud. He's got basically a script. He says that he works with Justin Bieber and that he obviously puts on a big show here. This is a rental house. He doesn't own it. And he lures people using his celebrity into having them release things without him paying for it, and then he simply never pays. He's 100% a scammer. He's on felony probation right now for trafficking and stolen property. He's got judgments against him for procuring more than $1 billion in watches without paying for them. This is just an ongoing pattern for Sean.
And that attorney you just heard from, his name is Dennis Card. He says that his lawsuit against Kingston sparked the BSO investigation. He said a detective called him and said they had noticed his civil lawsuit and they had received other complaints about Kingston from other people with similar issues, with goods being sold and never being paid for. That's why they're there inside now. We'll have to wait and see later if BSO will talk to us and let us know what they found and if Kingston will face any criminal charges after all this is done. We're live in...
What it do, YouTube? Is Coffee on the vid. Back at it, man. And Sean Kingston getting all kinds of attention he don't want right now in the news, all over the blogosphere. This is not nothing we haven't heard for years, man. You know, that Sean Kingston had that syrup habit, that he owed a lot of individuals money, you know, that he was involved in shady deals, getting paid and not coming through on the back end like he was supposed to. And, you know, it all came to a head for him. You know what I mean? At this performance, he was out on Fort Irwin, a California military base, army base, I believe, and they snatched him up while simultaneously snatching my Dukes up. And you see the way they're doing them in the news. Like, individuals are mad at Sean Kingston. Like, you heard all that ish that was being said there. And again, we've heard reports of this for the longest time. Billy Joe voice comment, like, if y'all have heard this alleged pattern of behavior of just being a scammer, a fraudster. And it's like the individuals must have heavy influence with the news, or I don't know, like, y'all hear the way the news is coming down on them. They got my Dukes in there in the mugshot doing her dirty. I'll just put that there and leave that there. I won't even, you know, delve into that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can comment with your thoughts on that if you would like. But you just see him over and over again being referenced as like a has-been. Like, yo, y'all remember him, the Beautiful Girl song since 2007. He, like, way back then, he hasn't charted in over a decade. He used to be a hit song maker and stuff like that. Like, y'all feel me? I mean, I get it. The news, you cover what's going on. People want to hear the commentary. They want to hear what's what and whatnot. But there's really that extra emphasis on, like, the news pushing it through of Sean Kingston just being like a dirtbag and just a foul individual. Comment if y'all feel me on that. Like, they're really letting him have it right now. He's seemingly angered a lot of people over the years, and I don't know if them people are in tight with the news, you know, who are putting these stories out, or this is just a a juicy story and they really want to get in on it, you know what I mean? But they're getting at him the way that two like warring YouTubers get at each other, trying to just ultimately humiliate each other, like real talk, you know. And that's something not even just pertaining to this story, just in general, that I've been saying about the news. I don't know, let's say the past 5 years, the news is just wild these days, you know what I mean? Like, you got two networks, and again, this isn't even just pertaining to this story, but there's like two networks that go at each other, like reaction YouTubers on a reactionary level, that like, yo, whatever this one says, we're gonna clown that, discredit that, and throw some jokes and jabs at them, but do it in a slick, sly way, like we're being professional, and then vice versa. It's crazy, you know. Like, the news is just different these days. Not that the news, you know, is ever a truly, purely upstanding entity or anything like that, but it's just getting ridiculous in a way. But back to the lecture at hand with Sean Kingston. You know, y'all heard with that attorney whose lawsuit against Sean Kingston sparked all this, sparked for sheriff's office and whatnot to, you know, to investigate and raid his home and all that. And, you know, more or less just saying that, what do you call it? Organized pattern of felony fraud or something like that. Like, y'all heard about how they were saying he's got the watches in there. The jewelry is something we've been hearing for a very long time, particularly watches as well. He said a luxurious bed was put in there. That the crib was rented. Heavy emphasis on that he does not own the crib, that it's a rented mansion. This TV and robust sound system that he got installed and then never paid for, allegedly, you know. And that's what's wild with a lot of ish. There's individuals that do this on a smaller scale, a smaller level, like everyday regular folk who don't really have their bread up like that. And either they pose in that way, or they just, you know, are good at coming into opportunities and take advantage of it, and then just not pay the tab. And a lot of things, like, you know, aren't necessarily a criminal matter. They're more of like, hey, you got to go sue a motherfucker in court and, you know, hope that you win. And then on top of it, if you win, collecting the debt, garnishing one's wages is a whole nother story. Like some we've been seeing with Rapper the Game for the past however many years. You know what I mean? That girl's been doing everything she can legally with the help of, you know, skilled, knowledgeable attorneys. And you know, the Game and Whack 100 doing every trick in the book to cook the books and move money around and create new companies and shell companies and stuff like that. It's crazy, you know. But this attorney, apparently, that's what I'm saying. I wonder if this guy is somebody in that area, you know what I mean, where he had the connections or the juice to have, like, you know, the sheriffs tap into this as a criminal matter. You know what I mean? Like, that's what happens with individuals a lot of the time, as well, as they go around flucking people over, playing games and whatnot, but then they cross the wrong individual who isn't just nobody. You know what I'm saying? As far as who they know and what kind of stroke and pull that they have. There's someone, and then, you know, you see some ish like this go down. But Sean Kingston is assuring everyone it's nothing, it's Nathan, it's all lies, it's all cap. And listen, again, this is just allegations, but I'm inclined, based on situations we've seen over the years, to believe that this ain't just a bunch of people lying about Sean Kingston. You feel me? Like, I feel there's something here. You know, in some situations they say where there's smoke, there's fire. Sometimes not the case, but I don't know. I'm just saying my gut feeling is telling me there's something here. You know what I mean? But Sean Kingston is assuring everyone you see, he's saying that people love negative energy, but his attorneys are hashing this out as we speak, and him and my Dukes are okay. They're good. It's nothing. It's all a big misunderstanding, according to Sean Kingston. We'll have to wait and see how this all plays out. But as it stands, they're charged with all kinds of fraudulation, you know? So Quite a crazy scene. What will be the outcome? Will his lawyers indeed beat the case? Is he looking at some time? Is Mama Kingston looking at some time? That's something we've heard about for the longest time as well, as Mama Kingston being heavily involved in the finances and stuff like that. But I don't know. That's what it is at this current juncture. Hit the comments, share your thoughts. Stay tuned for updates. It's Coffee. I'm out. Cheers. Subscribe, y'all. Peace.